Welcome to the BATB headquarters in South West London. My name is William Homemuch, Managing Director. Today we're here to judge the Superdrives competition, which was a 4x4 driving adventure in Greece. So now I'd like to hand over to Joe Tompkins from Onside Law, who will be overseeing proceedings today.
My name is Joe Tompkins, I'm a solicitor from Onside Law and I'll be overseeing the judging this morning. Firstly, I can confirm that the competition data has already been sent to the auditors, Wilkins Kennedy. I'd now like to introduce today's judges and ask them to pick a car out of the bag to determine their seating position. The first judge today is Mr. Ari Mendonca.
My name is Ari Mendonca. I'm an ex-football player, now a referee for more than 10 years, and I'm allocated by the FA to Essex, South Midlands. Thank you. Red.
The second judge today is Mr. Matt Cannon.
My name is Matt Cannon, I'm a senior county referee. I referee in the London area and I still play football. Yellow.
Our third judge today is Mr. Trevor Weaver.
Good morning, I'm Trevor Weaver, been refereeing for nearly 30 years and I also mentor newly qualified referees. Blue.
Our fourth judge today is Mr. Gareth Deneen.
Good morning, Joe. Good morning, my name's Gareth Deneen. I'm a senior county referee and I appoint referees to various competitions all throughout the London area and just about to start a new season. And I have the orange card.
And our final judge today is Mr. Leo Donovan.
Hello, my name's Leo Donovan. I'm an ex-professional football player with Chelsea, Fulham and Leyton Orient. I also played non-league football with Wealdstone, Farnborough and Hendon. Green.
Okay, judges, please mark on the centre of the screen where you think the ball should be. I'll ask you to do this individually for a few minutes before justifying your position. I'll then ask you to come to a panel decision on the central screen. Okay, everyone happy? Okay. Okay, Harry, if I could just ask you to explain your decision.
Yes, at the moment this picture was taken, I felt that the player in black and red, he had the initial position, but he's been challenged by the player in blue, which I think is the one who's going to head the ball. He's about to jump towards it, and by where he's looking, and the player, I think the ball is above the head of the player in black and red. Crossing reference with where he's looking, just above, and where direction the head of the player in blue is, that's where I place my dot.
Okay, Matt, if I could just ask you to explain why you selected that location.
Yeah, two players in shot. The player in black and red, I believe, has sort of misjudged the ball. It's going over his head, and the blue player has jumped. His arms are both in the air, and I believe he's just about to head the ball. I've taken the red and black player's eyes looking up, and I've cross-referenced those with the blue player's eyes, and I've put the ball just above the left arm of the blue player and a little to the left.
Okay, and Leo, if I could just ask you to explain your selection there.
Yeah, there's two players in the shot. I also think the player in blue will probably win this challenge. The player in black, gauging his eye line, I think he's more underneath the ball. However, I think the other player will win the challenge. The player in blue, his eye line also makes me feel the ball's just to the left of the two players, but a little bit more towards the player in black, so closer to him height-wise. But I do feel the player in blue is going to win the challenge. So judging by their eye line, that's where I've placed my cross.
Gareth, if I could just ask you to justify your selection.
So as with the three colleagues, there are two players in shot. Red and black player has been levered off by the player in light blue, who's trying not to give a foul away either. Player in red and black is looking at the ball. I believe it's above his head and to his left. You can't see the eye of the player in sky blue, but what we can see is the angle of his head, and I think you can just see slightly looking up. So with the blue player slightly looking up and above the black and red player, that's where I put my cross. Thank you.
Okay, and finally, Trevor, if we just ask you to explain your selection.
Yes, certainly. Agree with the colleagues that the blue player is the one who's going to win this ball. Looking at the player in red and black, I believe that's past taking the eye. It's directly above his head, slightly to the right. Again with the blue player's head, and slightly you can just see that part of his eye there. I've come to the conclusion that that would be where the ball is.
Okay, judges, if you could now come to a panel decision on the central screen.
Right.
Leo's furthest over to the left.
Yeah.
More than a rough,
Not really, are we?
rough line.
Well, where's the average position?
Is this over here, the average one?
The orange one?
It's in there.
It's in there somewhere, isn't
Yeah.
it?
So can we
Is that-
start with a marker there, Leo?
Which is probably about there-ish.
So,
A bit higher, go
Yeah,
a little higher.
that's
Yeah, just click that one. Left click that and that goes across. So, where do we think we're here?
Well, can we get a magnification on the eyes?
On
and
the
so
eyes.
that-
If we come down
When red and black.
on that, see, if you look,
Yeah.
that's looking upwards. He's
It's a
not
bit-
looking to
bit
the
to the
left
right,
very much, is he?
Yeah, but if he's looking to the right, he's not being able to see the ball. He can't see above his eyebrow and his eyelid, can he? So it's not going to be there.
Why not?
But physically, you can't see. You can't see through it. It's going to have to be slightly to his left.
Why? Why do you say that?
Whereas, he's looking this direction, slightly to the left, okay.
Yeah.
But not as much as it is at the moment, I believe so.
And his head direction gives us something.
Well,
like
that gives
Well,
it. Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
I
exactly.
think he's slightly looking upwards.
Right. But Leo, you're furthest to the left. What do you think? You happy that it's still way over to the left from us, or you think?
Well, I was assuming, I was looking at the fella in blue as well,
Yeah.
so I was sort of working it off both of them. However, yeah, I feel like I certainly could come in a little bit.
Yeah. So you're happy with that sort of compromise of an angle?
I am, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
His neck muscles aren't coiled up yet, so
No.
he's not going to head. The ball's not in.
It's not
in
in
range
range,
yet.
yeah.
So it's out here somewhere.
Yeah.
Where have we got height-wise? Where's the average height-wise? How far above his height?
So we get any detail of this eye at all?
well, yeah.
Is in terms of
About level with his thumb, would you think?
yeah.
I mean, he's looking.
If we
What's
level
what's
with
there?
this.
Just go with the top of his thumb. Bit lower, Harry. No, left, the right end of the stick.
Okay, yeah.
That's not bad there either, is it?
I still like to see it come right. At least.
Well, I don't think he can see it then.
Trevor and I are furthest over to the right.
Yeah.
I'm happy to go a little bit to the left, but not an awful lot.
I think I can't see where his eyes positioned. If he goes to right, he can't see. He
Yeah,
can't see it.
I think the ball will be in front of him a bit as
Yeah,
well, yeah.
yeah,
That
Yeah.
would be
So
in front.
if Leo's happy to come a bit further as a compromise, our compromise position, if we take Gareth and you're Leo's a bit further left than you, the compromise position is about here. I mean, it's
Yeah,
it's a
and the
little
top
bit
of it-
further in. It's not that far over to the
And the
left.
top of his thumb, I think. It needs to go up slightly.
Sort of there-ish. We got a bit.
And then we're saying.
The top of his thumb.
Yeah.
So,
So a
okay,
touch higher.
Yeah,
touch-
and a bit.
Touch higher, yes.
That's it.
And
A little bit to the
That's it to
right.
the right.
Yeah.
try that.
That's
Try
it.
over there. Yes.
You take the magnifier. Now that's, for me, he's
Yeah, that's
better.
pretty good. That's
Yeah.
Doesn't really do any better, it's a good compromise.
There's a
Yeah.
compromise, I think
The
so.
height's about right all the way through.
Yeah.
It's a compromise with all our other crosses. I'm happy with that.
Yeah. So
I'm happy with
Everyone happy?
as well.
Yeah.
Great. Coordinates selected are 733-441. That completes the judging.